for session 51 of Humblewood. Okay. Well, hello, anyone who decides to watch. We are starting a little bit early with not as many people because we have some important things that we need to take care of with one of our players who is here that does not involve anybody else. So, with that said, does anyone have any announcements?
If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at AlphaHannah5311, you will find lots of fun cosplay stuff. There's also a link in my bio to my superhero story, which is an enemies to lovers story. If you like things like Marvel and DC, you'll definitely like it. So,
Anybody else who has their speakers on? Which I don't think is anybody. Probably.
I think they've turned them off.
They probably already turned them off because they good listeners. Hooray!
Hold on.
With
Anybody have any announcements before we start?
Okay then. In that case,
That makes it easy.
in that case, Rivia, you, during the last time you were there for a session, were brought in by Showery for a ceremony of sorts, where you and your brother Cass and Showery were pulled almost out of your bodies and into another world. And you were stuck staring in a vast field where it always seems to be just at the cusp of dusk. And you heard through the voice of a very small bird the voice of a god. And after explaining what it is that you needed, you were able to help restore your brother's memories. After you were brought back into the room, all three of you were exhausted and just called it a night there. The next morning, your brother slept in. You met up with your friends as they were gathering to leave the Alderheart and head on the road, with the understanding that after you got your brother settled, you would follow. And now it is just you and Cass in the big house, left in the Alderheart, and he is just waking up.
Oh yeah, I forgot. She has an accent. Babushka. She'll
Let me check my phone real quick. Hello. As we are.
I had Facebook open the whole time and it never gave me a notification that the call went up.
That's okay. No stress, no worries. Right now, since we have to go through Rivia's stuff anyway, I just have everyone who's on here has their speakers muted. And then we'll get through that story, and then we'll jump back to everybody else in a message in the group. All right. All right. So
she'll sit gently by Cass's side and say, "Cass, are you feeling all right?"
It's still a little bit jumbled, but I can remember everything now.
That's good. Obviously, you do not have to spill everything all at once if you are not comfortable. I understand. Um, you can take your time.
He takes a moment and sighs, and it looks like he's trying to get his courage up to go through that information that he was given, through this sudden input of knowledge in his mind. I was upstairs sleeping, and there was a lot of noise downstairs. So I went to look. And some people I didn't know came in the house.
Do you know what they looked like?
They mostly wore hoods. There were not many of them, but I don't think anyone was able to do anything.
Okay.
Um, they had it looked like they had hit Dad a few times, and nobody was able to. They kind of had everyone tied up, and then they noticed me too, and just started tearing through the house, and then lit it all on fire. And then one of them went and started casting spells on all of us, I think. And then I was in the circus. I don't remember anything else after that.
Perhaps, um, perhaps those spells were to wipe memories, to scatter you all.
I don't know. And I don't know why. You can see he's trying to hide. He's trying to keep it back. He's not doing very good. He's still young.
It's okay. And none of this should have happened to you or the others. And we're going to find them.
All I know is that the one who was casting all the spells was a older looking Corvum.
Okay. Do you know what their voices sound like?
If I heard them again, I could maybe recognize them, but
Okay.
he was definitely the one in charge.
A Corvum. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm very, very glad that you are okay. That you are safe now. And I'm glad that you have your memories back. I know that they are very painful, but they're going to be essential to finding everyone else. And I promise that I'm going to keep you safe.
Do you think we'll find everyone else?
There's nothing wrong with a little hope, right?
I guess so.
I found you. It's a miracle
so.
in and of itself.
He just gives you the biggest hug. He just kind of leans into you.
Yeah, she hugs him back and holds him real tight for as long as he needs. I've missed you.
Yeah, I didn't know that I missed you too, but apparently I did.
It's all right. It's going to be okay. And we're going to find who did this. You said they had hoods, and that the leader seemed to be a Corvum. That's good information. I'm sure that me and my friends can use it.
I hope so.
Do you need anything from me? Would you like a snack? Some food? Or a drink? Another
I'm
hug?
mostly just tired.
That's understandable.
Where is everybody else?
And they're in their respective spaces for now. Going to be all right.
I hope we find them.
Me too. I'm sure we will. I know that you're very tired, so if you need to rest some more, please rest. If you're hungry, I can get you some food. If you're thirsty, I can get you water.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Do you want me to stay with you?
You were going to go help your friends, right?
I was, but I don't mind staying a few more minutes if you need me.
I'll be okay.
All right. If you need anything, you just call for me, okay?
Okay.
Very good. And she'll ruffle on top of his head.
Now, you
Ruffle
do
his
know.
feathers a little.
Yeah. Yes. And well, you do know that everyone is already on the road and already started to head out of town. And you were going to meet up afterwards when you got him settled, wherever you're going to get him settled.
Yep.
It was brought up bringing him to Eliza's, but that was up to you as to whether you're going to do that or not, or somewhere else, or if he could just hang out here.
She'll give him Eliza's contact and where she is. Because he's 13. He's not exactly a kid anymore, so he can kind of do what he wants. So, but she'll give him Eliza's information in case he needs anything.
Okay. As you're getting ready to leave, he does eventually kind of give a little tug on your sleeve and goes, I think they were looking for something.
Do you know what they might have been looking for?
Maybe something from our parents' travels?
Perhaps.
Want one of the
Did-
treasures? I don't know. I didn't see what it was that they found.
Do you know
But
how
the
big
one
it
was-
was?
He kept saying we need to find the stone.
Stone. Stone. Does that ring any bells for me?
Make a history check.
History has its eyes on you. Okay. Okay. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Your parents have brought home a lot of different trinkets on their travels, as that's a big part of your family history is,
Mhm.
you know, to go out to travel to get stories. There is a slight memory of a very well polished looking stone with not necessarily intricate carvings, but it looks like gold inlaid in organic looking ways across the stone. You guys never knew it as anything more than just a really pretty rock that they found in an old cavern. Didn't seem like anything special to you guys growing up. Or your parents. They didn't seem to say anything special about it.
I think I know what it could be, but I'm not sure what kind of special properties it may have that would catch the eye of robbers.
I don't know.
I will
Everything's
see if
still a
I
little bit
can
hazy.
do some
I'm trying to work
research.
through it.
Yeah. I will see if I can do some research. Stories, legends, you know, on my travels. See what I can find.
Be safe.
I promise I will be.
Okay. He gives you a really big hug.
She'll hug him back real tight before she has to leave.
You head down towards the roots, and there is a horse left over waiting for you so that you are able to catch up with your friends who are not much further up the road than you. It's been only a couple hours or so since they've taken off. I'm just gonna let everybody know. Hopefully everyone knows they can come on back.
I'm back.
Yeet.
Do the moths know?
I'll put it in this chat as well. For anyone who is at home, I apologize for the weirdness of the music. It's very hard to get a YouTube to go to this right volume that you want. But this is actually music for the soundtrack of Humblewood. Anyone is
Nice.
curious. Very exciting.
Nice.
Is everybody back?
I don't think Mitch has got the message.
I don't think Mitch has gotten the message.
Hold on.
It's not working.
Oblivious face.
Hold on. I'll call him.
Oh, good, because I was about to.
I was about to say, does anybody have a more direct line of contact?
Other than making freaky looking faces at him. Hopes that he pays attention.
Hello? Turn up your fucking volume, please.
Come back.
I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
Look, I was watching Daredevil, okay? Leave me alone.
In all
figured it was
caps,
something
I
like that.
said, Mitch, you slut, turn up your volume.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, you all have already started heading down the road towards Winnowing Reach and then Scorch Grove beyond with your new friend in wake with Tavor, the member of the Tenders.
For the chicken tender.
He's
Never.
a chicken, isn't he?
No, but his
Yeah.
friend is. He's a pigeon. Same thing.
I once
Still
saw
poultry.
I once saw a pigeon eat a chicken tender. Birds are
That somehow
cannibals.
makes sense.
Oh,
Yes,
hell
yes,
yeah.
they are.
Actually, no, they're part of the same family, so yeah, that's cannibalism. Wow.
Yep.
Did I possibly feed the chicken tender to this pigeon? I don't know.
There are no witnesses.
I was 13 years old. I didn't know better.
To be fair, I fed my parents
13
chicken.
and you can't understand that chicken and
Nope.
and a pigeon are the same family.
Just curiosity
It
at that
baffled my
point.
mind that birds would eat other birds when they weren't raptors.
One of the
They don't
only
know it's a bird.
one of the only other species that does not enact in some form of cannibalism is pigs.
Oh, pigs will eat human bodies, though.
They will eat human bodies, but they don't eat other pigs. Weird.
Yeah,
That's
pork-
why the
pork
pig
is an
farm
acquired
episode of
taste.
Criminal Minds creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah, pork is an acquired taste.
Anyway, wow, this conversation got real weird, real fast.
Too many neurodivergence with too many little possible outways.
Paige, wait. Did I show you my weaponry?
I don't think you have.
Brief derail. Hang on. Can I?
I would send a picture on
Be careful,
the
not
messenger
on live.
instead.
Not
I
on,
will-
not-
live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not on
no.
Twitch.
Yeah, no. Can I show handle?
I wouldn't
Not
risk
out?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Twitch
at
is
least show you my
finicky.
cats. And everyone who may be watching. I have cats. So this is a hand sanitizer holder. It's a little wizard cat. And then this is a little monster cat keychain.
Ah, that is so cool.
Yeah. So got a clean cat and a mean cat.
Love
I like
that.
it. And then I'll send my other treasure in the group chat.
Nice. I got
Okay,
stuff
that's it.
today too. My friend Erica went to the Bridgerton experience in Atlanta.
Ooh.
She got me a tin of Lady Whistledown's Afternoon Punch. I already had a tin, but now I have two.
Ooh.
She got me Bridgerton stickers, So there's a lady whistle down in there, there's Bridgerton
Nice.
logo, roses, a diamond for the diamond of the season, and a bee, because bees are symbolic in Bridgerton. And she got me a fan at the experience. Says flawless, my dear.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. I want the fucking experience to come to Kansas City now.
I've heard some wonderful things.
Your Majesty, Queen Charlotte, Kansas City is open if you wish to host a ball here.
Same with Florida. Hey, it'd be a great tourist trap.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well, with season 3 on the way, they're probably gonna continue with the experiences.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep expanding on the story.
Yeah. I mean, they got a whole bunch of books that they can pull material from.
All right, so as you are heading down the road, I believe you guys got a cart, right?
Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
You do hear an oncoming set of hoof prints behind you as you turn around and find Rivia has caught up with the group after a couple hours of travel.
Hi! Showery
So,
calls off the
what
back of the cart.
friends? Hello.
Your brother with
No, he has decided to stay behind.
you? Oh, okay.
How's he doing, by the way?
All right. He's recovering. He's recovering, which is good. We
Good.
like to see.
You left them at Eliza's, right?
He's actually staying back at the house
okay.
since he's old enough to take care of himself, but I have given him Eliza's place and information. So in case he needs anything or just needs to talk to someone, he can.
Oh shit, did we ever cancel the pastry order? Well,
Nope.
good news! He's gonna be getting sweets like every day.
I think we mentioned that. Yes, he will.
Did we?
I hope he likes bear claws.
And baklava.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing well. He has remembered everything that happened at that night.
Oh.
Very scary.
That's
Very
not good.
intimidating. What I do know is that there was a group of people who attacked my family in our own home. They were searching for a stone of some sort. I can only think of one, but I'm not sure what kind of qualities or why they would want such a thing. But they all were wearing hoods, and the one that seemed to be in charge was a Corvan of some sort.
Well, that's freaky.
So, was it a cult?
Don't know.
I might have something to add that he may not have realized. After the ritual, I was able to understand a little bit more about how it was caused, and it seems to be a very modified version of modified memory. So whoever
Yes.
it was a powerful spellcaster.
Yes, he mentioned that the others were taken together, and there was someone in that group who started to cast spells on each of them. So I figured that perhaps that was the reason why Cass had lost his memory.
I can confirm that theory.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate everything that you've done.
No worries, no problem. Just happy that I could have helped.
What stone were they looking for?
I don't really know. My family is known for traveling, and for just finding trinkets, wherever we go, kind of, our souvenirs. I'm not quite sure what kind of properties it was, but it's just a simple stone gathered from somewhere I don't remember, but my parents just thought that it was nice and they brought it. We didn't know anything about it really. Growing up, it wasn't really that out of the ordinary for me.
Wasn't out of the ordinary for you guys, but it was for these people, apparently.
Perhaps, but then again, I have not seen it in action, or have known of any kind of properties it may have.
What did it look like?
Do I know what it looks like, DM?
Yeah, it's kind of like a polished. It's polished looking red and dark gray, and it looked like whatever natural cracks that were formed in it had some gold inlaid in those spots.
From what I can remember, it was kind of like a red color with some gray in it, and the cracks that it had gold in it.
Like actual gold?
It looked gold in color.
Use this information and cast minor illusion in my hand to create a facsimile of what she's describing, so we can all get a better look and kind of be on the same page. So she can continue to describe it until I get it more accurate to what she sees.
Does this ring a bell for Galen?
First, I'm going to have Rivia roll a history check to see how accurate you are with your description.
Okay.
And Shari to roll an Arcana check to see how accurate you are with the illusion.
Got it.
18.
18?
30.
Okay. 30. Yeah, it takes some adjustment as you switch and change up the shape. But you are able, it kind of looks like, if you've ever seen, I'm literally looking at a picture of the idea I have in mind for like the type of stone, so I can name it right. Red, black, and gray brecciated jasper.
Okay.
So it's a type of jasper that has more of red and grays and dark colors in it, but it looks like if it had fallen at some point and gotten cracked, all of those cracks are filled with like a gold inlay.
Okay. Like the Japanese do to their things?
Very similar. Galen, go ahead and roll a history check.
I would also like to roll a history check on this, or I could assist Galen, whichever he would prefer. Or
I would very much like the assistance due to my plus 10.
I have a plus 11.
I'll take the assistance. Good, because that was a 5 for my first roll. 26.
So your first instinct would have been, oh, it must be like ascending stone. But looking at this doesn't look like any sort of sending stone. And it's not something that you've seen. Whatever this is, it's extremely rare. Maybe for locating something? You're not sure. It's already more than you should have gotten, if I'm honest.
Sorry.
I'm not. It's definitely not a sending stone of any kind that I've seen, and it's certainly. My best guess would be maybe some sort of locator.
Some sort of a what?
Something to either something either used for locating either
Ah, I see.
either people or use the locator beacon itself,
I see.
which would make sense because they were drawn to it.
This is true. Well,
More clues to add to the mystery.
suppose we'll have to keep an eye out for it and for hooded figures. The hooded Corvan.
I'd very, very much like to meet this Corbin.
I've got a few things I'd like to do. Say.
I heard that, but I'm gonna let it go.
Well, we need the tools again.
Tools? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Something tells me I'm glad I wasn't.
I think after a moment you would have warmed up to it, but
Oh yes, the alley.
yes, the alley. It was a lovely day.
It was
You know
a nice day that day.
Okay. Long story short. Long story short.
You know what, Shanga? I'm good.
No, you're getting the short version. I found my kidnappers and interrogated them.
More like she beat the shit out of them.
It wasn't just me. Hang on a minute. You glued them to the floor.
Well,
Galen
but
immediately
I
just like.
didn't expect you to also beat the shit out of them.
I was more so the talker. Everyone else was pulling out tools and making them fall through the sky.
They're still alive, dear. It's fine.
That they
And
did.
I don't think I actually ripped out any teeth.
You certainly wanted to.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, Galen. I tried to give you the long and short of it.
We're
but you're getting the
all
long of it.
accomplices in the ass beating that happened that night.
All except for me.
Yes.
I had no clue. Therefore, I'm immune.
When the cops had found, we brought the cops.
Spirit.
We brought guards to them, and they were like, "Oh, okay, kidnappers," and then kind of waited for the glue to stop being glue, and then arrested them.
Hey, that glue
Wait.
bomb was awesome.
No, it was.
I wish I
It
could have
fucking was.
another.
Oh yes, it was glorious. But
Never
but
getting that
guards
as a
weren't
fur.
mad. No, the guards weren't mad though, so I don't think we technically did anything wrong. It was sort of vigilante karma.
Justice. ¿Por qué no los dos?
War crime. Who said that?
No, a war crime
Geneva,
was
is that you?
Zinzi's. No, the war crime was Zinzi's putting sleeping powder into drinks. That's a war.
Yeah, about that.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't drug your friends.
Geneva
Yeah.
Convention? I think you mean Geneva Suggestion.
I am the bane of every DM's existence.
They're not rules, they're more like guidelines.
Guidelines.
The bureaucrat I'm trying to portray here is thinking about all that messy paperwork and is having an existential crisis right now.
You caused
Just-
part of this, okay? You can't only blame yourself.
I can only blame myself so far, especially when I am not involved in certain activities. If I was involved, then I'd be like, I'll just skim that. So, but Rivia, are you okay with everything that's happened?
To be honest, I'm very torn. I'm very happy that I found my brother. It brings me a lot of joy and a lot of relief to know that he's okay and that he's remembered things. I'm glad that it's now giving me a lead as to where the others could be and who may have done this. At the same time, I'm enraged and saddened that this has even happened in the first place to my family.
I think that's a natural reaction.
I'm hopeful. I'm hoping that things will go well, that things will be better, and that I will find the rest of my family. And I can't wait to cut some sons of bitches.
Yes, that is a correct response.
One way or another, we'll find your family.
I'm sure we will.
And if there's any point that you need to take it a bit easy on yourself, maybe just take some time to relax, or we can find someone who you can talk to that's more professionally has a more professional understanding of the mind. We can help you out with any sort of that.
That's true. I think I'll be okay for now. I'm kind of, again, hopeful, staying positive, keeping my head forward.
But do let your needs be known.
Of course, I still feel angry sometimes, and I will allow my anger to stay for a moment, and then I will move on. But
It's a
thank
good
you.
outlook.
So, on to the Scorch Grove then.
I figured we'd been traveling already during all of this.
Oh yeah, you guys are still traveling. And let me just, for the sake of my sanity,
DM, can I make a perception check for something?
you can make a perception check. What are you making your perception check for?
I'm gonna message you. Just
Does anybody else need to roll?
this
I
is
guess
more.
I'll tell you in a bit.
This is more for Galen because it's also for Mitch because I'm salty about something.
No, salty boy.
Make a perception check.
Might
This is gonna be a thing now.
be 18.
18. You stare off through the trees and you listen carefully. You don't see any sign of it. Not that it's known for leaving signs around.
Okay.
I love how concerned Chang'e is right now.
I feel like this moment needs an insert Teal Gray's eyebrow gif.
The only I have no idea what that's about. The only thing that I can think of is the lone elk that got away. But I doubt that's it. I don't think that's it. Or now that I remember that it happened, it's a good thing to check on.
Oh, you're now making a perception check for the elk that has a vendetta?
Yes.
Okay, make a perception check.
I live in
Guidance.
constant fear. I live in constant fear. What good? I'm very concerned. You said it. I'm like, what does that mean? Oh no, that's a 9.
9.
Add 4. Add a
With
D4.
guidance. You had to add a d4.
Oh, then 9 plus 4.
Well, roll a d4.
Roll a d4. I
Yeah,
don't know.
And then you
things.
add that additionals.
Okay. 11.
Okay.
Thank you.
11 total. You also peer off into the distance thinking, where the fuck is that thing?
Where the fuck is it?
You don't seem to see it, hear it.
I just like to imagine that Galen is having this very intense moment looking out, and then Changa, like anime, slides into the frame with him and has the same intense stare, but for a totally different reason. And you can hear, and then you can hear like the faint trotting of hooves off in the distance as you focus on Changa's point of view.
That son of a bitch is still out there.
It's gonna come for me one day. It's gonna come for me.
It's like the snail of death.
It's the snail of death. Oh no!
Chunga doesn't have a snail. Chunga has an elk.
I'm a little bug. What am I supposed to do?
Fly!
You're muted.
Galen's just pissed. Galen is just pissed.
Yeah, Chonga goes to concern and Galen just sulks.
Anger and pure fear. Which is...
Our couches are adults. We swear.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So it's still a few days travel. It's a long travel to the Scorched Grove. Having the carts with you cuts down that time. The safest route is if you stick by the main road, going through Alderferry, Beauford, Zephyrly, Winnowing Reach, and eventually Meadowfen through the Scorched Grove. If you'd rather cut through some of that and go through the woods, you can. It just means that we might end up having some encounter rolls, but you guys are pretty high level. I don't expect that to be too much of an issue.
At the time,
Okay.
I'm putting it to the group.
Sorry, what was that, shall we?
Shall we cut the time by going through the woods? Or do we want to do some town seeing safely?
I mean, at least for Changa, she's not particularly eager to get back to the Scorched Grove.
That makes
And
sense.
it would be nice to like not wreck our cart or lose our energy if we do have those encounters. That's
Sounds
the
good to me.
only those are the only benefits of not going through the woods.
Okay.
But what do y'all think here?
I mean, for Shari, this is kind of what she left home for originally, was to go help the Scorched Grove, so she's down for taking a shortcut.
Okay.
Shortcut sounds good for Galen as well.
Shortcut is fine.
Okay. We need Zinzi's and Gwen to break a tie. So we have 3 and 1 right now. We could do 3 and 3.
Hold on. Even shortcut, odd road. Then these votes staying on the road.
Okay.
2 out of 3.
Gwen did in.
Oh no. I hate to be a tiebreaker.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah,
at this
you're
point, the
kind-
tie is breaking. You could just bring it back to a tie.
causer.
yeah, you're the tie maker.
I hate to be a tie maker. Unless it's tie-dye, of course. Let's see here. What do we want to do?
So far, 3 people want to stick to the road and 2 people want to leave it.
Other way around.
Oh, wait,
2 people
sorry.
want to stick to the road, 3 people want to leave it.
My bad.
Well, you know, it's funny. I study divination, and I never use it to find the path.
I think that's actually a good reminder.
Perhaps. Oh dear. You know what? I'm gonna just go with the popular opinion.
Cut through the woods?
Let's cut through the woods.
When Gwen says about the divination, that reminds Shari about her augury. So she's gonna take out her little bone totems that she made and cast augury and see what the fates say about going off the road.
All right. Give me your question.
It's just an omen about the path that we're taking. It's not the question one.
Oh, okay.
It's the wheel, woe,
Yeah.
wheel and woe or nothing.
It still has to be like, it can't be something open-ended.
Oh,
It still
okay.
has to be general, because like it can't be like, maybe this is a bad idea if you give it like 3 choices. Like that's not how.
Right. Okay. Will we be safe if we go off the road?
You get the sense of the middling, where it's not gonna be the safest, but you don't. It's not gonna be particularly harmful.
Okay. Well, that didn't help much.
Is it safe to leave a road and go through unexplored woods? I don't know. What do you think?
Sure, let's go.
Well, you never
This
know.
is not
There
Robert
could
Frost's
be-
moment.
There's a whole fucking musical about going into the woods.
I don't watch musicals.
I just saw the look of pain go across Hannah's face when I said that.
Oh.
Chris Pine rips open his shirt and everyone's confused.
But Bernadette Peters, though. Bernadette Peters.
Yes, she's so great.
I love her.
And you are cute.
Alright, so you guys
Let's make
start heading
haste.
through the woods?
Yeah.
Alright, up until
Into
this
the
point, you guys have been following the road so that Rivia could catch up. And now you start making a turn through some of the woods, which is going to be a little rough on the cart, but you'll make do.
I'm mending.
That'll take about 3 days off your travel as long as everything goes well. Is there anything you'd like to do as you are on your trip? Any conversations you would like to have? You also have another individual with you guys, just so you remember that he is there.
Avor.
I'm wondering what the fuck we're doing.
Ooh.
Tavor is very much internal. You might notice every now and then he starts like fidgeting with the pendant around his neck.
Wait, why didn't he get a vote?
Trevor. He's just a little guy, okay? That's a lot of pressure on him.
I mean, because
You are aware
he was hiding
that
under the barrels. I don't know.
Tavor, it's not.
He's a little man.
I'm so
Taller
sorry,
than
dear.
you
I hit the tea kettle
He's
a little
just a
too
little
hard.
guy. Chonga's definitely gonna talk to him a lot. More
Yeah,
like
and as you keep doing that, he really is just like, you know, my name is Tavor.
Is he shorter than 2 feet?
No, he's not. He's taller than
Zinzi
Chonga.
looks to Chonga so confused when she says he's just a little guy, and she's just like,
Yeah, I'm taller than you are.
nah, you're
By
taking
a
that
lot.
too literal. You're taking that too literally. You're
oh
not
my
a
god,
little
gasp like
guy.
Yankee girl boss.
I think Chunga may be referring to what we would call over here as a youngin.
He's just
I
a little
rank
guy.
higher than she does.
But
Did
you're
not
just
know that.
wow. My goodness. Favor.
So you're pulling rank now.
Passionate about this. Wow. You usually never like raise your voice like this. Are you okay, buddy? You a little worked up?
Oh,
You doing alright?
Wow.
He kind of like scooches down in his seat. I'm fine.
Okay. Hey, if you need to talk, I'm here. Okay, so about the giant snakes. And a lot of the trip is gonna be her trying to like work out the Scorched Grove stuff with him, talking about different threats and whatnot.
Okay. Are you trying to learn of anything that you did not know before? Or are you trying to... What are you trying to learn from him?
Probably, yeah. Learn stuff that I might not have known of before.
Okay. Well, the Scorched Grove has been around for a very long time. It was created through an event that's known as the Great Calamity. There are some stories as to its creation. You know that the Tenders were given their abilities due to the Great Ents that did everything in their power to push back the destruction that caused the Scorched Grove, and in doing so, were lost. That none remain. And it's through the Tenders receiving their understanding of the natural world and their magic from the Ents that they were able to hold it at bay as it is. The resurgence of the Scorched Grove would be a wave in what's known as the Great Rhythm. And such ripples tend to burst outwards into massive calamities, which is what you're trying to prevent as a second calamity, basically. Because of this, it has been more active lately. However, a lot of creatures have been spotted within it. The most common being ember bats. Ember bats are literally that. They are, flaming bats that swoop down on passerbys. You often will find you might find them in packs, but apparently lately they've been swarming a lot more, which has been troublesome. The fire snakes themselves are relatively new, and this much larger ashen cracked looking one was extremely new, and it was unknown that existed until you guys ran into it.
Just our luck, really. First time out in the Scorched Grove and we discover a new creature. Yay.
A lot of different fire spirits linger around the area. Some of them are malicious, but not all. Some of them just wander. Depending on like the type, you might find some that just exist, but don't harm anyone unless they are attacked first. and there has been rumors of something larger looming in the distance. Something that has before been completely unknown. And that is the biggest concern.
Okay. Thanks, chicken tender.
I'm not even a chicken.
It's you wouldn't get it. It's a joke. It's fine. I'm calling myself chicken tender too, and I'm not even fleshy. So
I'm not so sure you didn't hit your head really hard.
just well, you wouldn't get it. It must be differences in humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
DM, now might be a good time for Tavor to check his DMs.
What are these DMs you speak of?
Oh, we learned them in the avium.
Are you telling him
Quickly a bird
this?
thing.
Are you saying this to him, or are you like slipping it in his water?
Tweet.
No, I'm giving it to him and whispering.
I'm
that, just
sorry.
like it
Are
says.
we drugging people again?
No,
You just said
I'm-
don't drug your friends.
I'm not drugging him. I'm offering him a drug. Difference.
He looks at you, very confused.
Consent is key, guys.
Okay.
It'll help. It's fine.
Make a persuasion check instead.
Okay. Ooh, 13.
13?
Yeah, not great.
We're gonna roll against it. See how strong our willpower is, or if we've been broken by our moth friend. I can't read that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Morale is pretty low with this guy.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
You guys continue. The first day is uneventful. Are you guys going to set up watches for the first night, or?
Definitely watches.
All right, who's on
I'll
first?
take first watch.
Okay.
Unless somebody else wants watches.
Maybe that's fine.
Okay.
Are you guys setting up camp, or are you utilizing one of your spells? I say this because I think Gwen has two different options here.
Yeah.
We have a
Just a
card.
handful.
You use what?
Oh, there's just a handful of things we could do. Would anyone prefer to sleep in the treehouse?
I'm good with either. Don't we have a cart we have to take care of?
True.
What treehouse?
Well, we can put the cart in the tree, right?
Yeah, it's big enough, isn't it?
Well, it should be. I can also create a hut here on the ground for those who don't want to. Maybe go up into the tree and the cart will fit inside. It's no big deal.
Well, the tree will protect us from like ground attacks.
Then we
And I
just
think
need
the
people to
charm should be
watch.
big enough to pick the cart up as well.
That sounds right. That sounds legit. As a DM, I'm like, okay. You might have some confused horses.
I'm gonna just feed them some carrots. It's gonna be
Just-
fine, buddies.
Fine.
If that's
They'll
what
be
you guys are
able
gonna
to
do,
eat the
I would
leaves
like
on the trees.
I would just like one of you to make an animal handling check to see if you could get the horses to be okay in a tree.
I'll try it. Okay.
Okay.
have a
Hang on,
+5
what's-
to animal handling.
Never mind. You do
Just
it.
one more than I do.
Ooh, 19!
19. So Gwen puts down the charm, and the branches spiral out from the bottom like roots, and the whole thing lifts and rises underneath everyone, the horses, the carts, and the horses begin to spook And Zinzi's, being the guard captain
Farm
that she
girl.
is, more or less, and farm
I'm a
girl.
farm girl too, remember?
Yep. Just kind of keeps a nice hold on the reins, maintains composure, and helps keep them calm enough that when it stops, she's able to let go, and they just remain.
It's gonna be okay, guys. Have carrot.
You know,
Don't ask
I
why.
may,
Like
We're
that.
fine. Here, have a carrot.
Here, have a cookie.
I may have something a little better. And Shari sits in front of the horses and casts Create Food and Water. So there's 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water. And as the water is created, she's going to use shape water to kind of turn them into ice cups. So there's an ice cup with water inside for everybody.
Okay. Is it create food and water, or is it create food or water?
It's Create Food and Water. 45
okay.
pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Cool. Yeah. You guys are able to have a little feast.
Yeah, plenty for the horses as well. It's mostly for the horses because we have our own food, but I don't know how many horses we have. It says it can feed up to 5 steed or 15 humanoids. So I'm pretty sure there's enough for everybody.
Yeah, you guys only have 3 horses, 2 pulling the carriage, and well, it actually would only be it would be 1 pulling the carriage, 1 as the basically the backup, you know, in case the first one gets tired, and then the one that Rivia rode in.
Okay. Yeah, so there should be plenty for everybody.
All right, so raise a hand again for who is first watch. Jashari? All right. Roll your perception.
15.
15. Seems peaceful, quiet. Everything seems all right. Second watch. Who's doing second watch? Zinzi's and Rivia.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have second watch. Roll your perception checks.
I can't see shit. 3.
Ranges are a little higher than you were expecting this time.
Tell me what's happening out there.
Would you like me to describe it to you?
Would you like me to describe it to you? Would you like me to get you a box? 16.
16? All right. It does seem pretty peaceful. Is there anything the two of you would like to do on your watch?
I know we don't really get to talk a lot one-on-one, but how are you holding up with all of this?
I'm holding up all right, I guess. How close this is to home, I am a little concerned. I mean, Scorching Grove's just a Scorch Grove's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Meadowfen.
I can
Whatever.
only imagine.
Whatever's in there terrified the hell out of Changa.
Yeah, that's never really a good sign, though, is it?
We've faced worse. At least so far we have. We've endured. I think we'll endure this as well. Glenn, I thought you were sleeping.
You know, I'm in and out here.
Is your tea not kicked in yet?
I laid off it after I overdosed on the sleepy time yesterday.
Hold on. Am I still happy? No, I'm officially out of it.
I can make you
Fuck.
sleep now.
No, wait, I do have it. I have 1 use left.
Sleep.
I mean, I have that powder stuff if you need help sleeping.
Oh, I've never taken it willingly before.
Think you'll knock out for like 2 hours tops?
Oh, after I think I will try it. If you don't mind sparing it.
Question, DM. I have 1 use left. Can I split it in half? Give her like a half dose so she doesn't knock the fuck out for too long.
What do I want to make this?
I would think a medicine check, right? Because it's a
I
drug.
think medicine. I was about to say nature or medicine, either one.
11.
Yeah, you're able to split it.
Right. I'm gonna mark down that I have half a use left.
Which is not necessarily going to be overly effective depending on what you use it against.
Yeah.
Just be aware.
All right,
It's
so
another voluntary dose.
It says for a full dose, it's 2 hours. So a half dose would be 1 hour at least.
Mhm.
And if Gwen's taking it willingly, I don't think she has to make the saving throw.
I'm going.
That
back
works
to
for me.
She just sprinkles it ever so lightly into her. She's made like a mint julep without alcohol in it.
Just a warning, it kicks in pretty fast, especially in liquid form.
Oh, no worries, dear.
You're gonna get the best sleep of your life for at least 1 hour.
I could definitely use it, dear. Oh, thank you so much. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Sorry to interrupt your conversation.
We're gonna watch Gwen drink it and watch her just pass out.
Her little beady eyes glaze over as she turns into the hedgehog ball. Slowly but surely.
Love it.
Oh, she's probably on cloud 9 right now in dreamland. Alright, enough about me holding up. I know you said you were holding up well earlier. How are you really holding up right now, Rivia?
I mean, I was telling the truth when I said that I was hopeful to find my family now that Cass has gotten a part of his memory back and we have a clue to follow. We have a lead. To be honest, I'm terrified. I'm very terrified. I don't know what those people would have wanted. Especially from my family.
That's what comes with being an older sibling, I would know. I have a lot of siblings.
I can't help but feel responsible. I know it's not my fault. I was out. I was out and about. I wouldn't have known. But at the same time, I feel like maybe I should have stayed. Maybe I could have done something about it.
Reminds me of the time the twins got in trouble. They were playing on a part of the farm they shouldn't have. Paul had set up some pitfall traps to keep pests out of the farm, and they fell in. I always thought to myself, if I had been there, if I had been watching them, they wouldn't have fallen in, but you can't sit around and just wonder, what if I could have done this? Because in the end, we got the twins out. In the end, you got your brother back.
Which is a very big victory.
Exactly.
I just hope that I can find the rest of them.
I'm sure they're out there.
I'm sure they are. And, thank you.
No problem.
Anything you need to get off your chest?
The charm went up a lot higher than I expected this time. I'm having trouble kind of keeping watch.
That's fair. But at least we have each other.
That's true.
All right, your watch comes to a close. Third watch comes up and around. I saw a hand for Galen. Anybody else? I will say, actually, Tavor is awake during third watch. So, Galen, go ahead and roll with advantage because he's there to help.
Tabor, have a fun evening.
21.
21. All right. Based on where you guys are right now, you are about... The way you guys travel through the woods, you know that you are north and in between where Alderferry and Beaufort sits. And you can almost hear the river running from where you guys are. It'll still be a while before you get there, and you know you're going to have to find a way across when you get there in the morning. But it's a peaceful night. Except for Tabor, who's tripping balls. Because you watched him take a mushroom out of his pocket and go, and then just eat it.
A table. Oh. Are you okay there, Table?
Yes. Why would this make my trip better? I don't understand.
What have you done?
PSA kids, if you are gonna do drugs, don't do them alone.
Don't do them alone in the middle of the woods.
Technically, he's not alone in the middle of the woods. He's just in the
With
middle
a
of the
scary
woods.
wizard man.
I was told it would make my trip more enjoyable and tolerable.
I think you've been duped.
We're so high. There's a lot of ground very far below us.
We're on ground level.
Actually, the charm brings you up. It basically, the charm is set down and it creates a tree and raises it into the air.
Oh, yeah.
Galen just thought it made a big ass nest around us, probably.
Haven't seen it in action. But we're safe, you know that, right?
We're going to the Scorched Grove. Nothing is safe.
I've been there before and it came out okay.
You have? Why?
I don't know whether Table was going to notice the old style tender pendant.
Not right now, he's not.
Yeah, no, like... because I went to go see my mother who is a tender.
There's just chicken.
Why are you spinning?
I love doing so many things.
Alan, I'm freaking out.
All right, Table, wake up.
Mm.
Table, wake up. I'm
Table,
not
wake
liking
up.
this.
I don't like this. Table, wake up. Hey,
If you really start
hello?
doing that to him, he's just like, ah.
Wait, hold on. Hold
I
on.
should-
It's floating in the air. I'm gonna shit myself.
Oh, I should have told him to take tiny pieces. Tiny
Didn't
pieces.
give him any
I didn't.
You should have given me to
Instructions.
start with.
at all.
No,
Eats
you're
a
right.
whole mushroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Showery is not responsible. She's just a helper. She tries to help any way she can.
No, this wouldn't work. This wouldn't. Shit. Fuck it.
Why?
Snap out of it. You looking at me? I need you out of that. Water skin.
It just reminds me of Dimension 20. It's all
I-
wall one frequency. The
yeah, fucking
butterfly and the president share a frequency.
Jesus
Oh
fucking
my
Christ. Need you out of that. I'm gonna need you out.
Look at Dimension 20 is amazing. I've only seen clips, but I love it.
That actually, I think that was the
No,
Monster Hearts. That was Allie, yes. But
It was
with Taliesin.
something.
It was
was-
Critical Role's Monster Heart.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Fucking Erica, you shit. Anyway, yeah, just water skin, just a whole lot.
Yeah. I'll say that's enough to kind of bring him back down to Earth.
Yeah, just be like, you good?
Yeah.
Good. What have we learned?
Don't take mushrooms from strange owls.
Just don't take mushrooms. Period.
It's probably fair.
Cool. Get sleep. I'll cover watch.
Okay. He just rolls over.
Just okay. Just not even moving. Just
If Galen's paying attention, Gwendolyn has like one eye open and is just like smiling before going back to sleep again.
Oh yeah, that
probably-
1 hour of being drugged has passed.
Probably not because my passive perception is 12. Galen just spends the rest of the watch just fiddling with the pendant.
Okay. Is that all you'd like to do for your watch?
I'll let Sunkist and Felix fly about for a bit.
Yeah, they're happy too. They're very excited to just have a moment to be free and in the woods.
Just being like, have a fly about, but safe distance from us, please. And I'll kind of instruct Felix, as he's my familiar. If you see anything, let me know.
They
Other than
circle
that, yeah.
around and you don't get any inkling of any danger. Just a peaceful night.
And to wake everyone up, Felix is just gonna go.
Before we get to that,
Oh no.
Showery,
Hello.
as you are sound asleep, you find yourself in a very familiar dream. A peaceful night as a young child laying in your bed. The sounds of your parents in the other room. Then the feeling of heat and of danger. The loud storm rolling around you. Your mother. The amulet. And a fire. And you wake up.
Mm. She's got the owl version of sweats.
That's called molting.
Yo,
Hey,
my
when she wakes up with
cardinal,
a few less.
my
few less
cardinal, who
feathers.
at the beginning of the summer had the catastrophic molt, still bald. I keep
Has
waiting
anyone
for them to
ever
grow
seen
back.
Magma? Has anyone ever seen Magma, the screech owl, on TikTok?
Oh my god, who goes like super thin?
Yeah, when he molts, he just looks like a Muppet.
Oh.
He's so cute, though.
And he hisses at spiders in his enclosure, because spiders are scary.
Yes. Shari's gonna sit up, go over what she can remember of the dream again, see if she notices anything new. I'm sure she's done this every time she's had the dream and not had anything new. She's gonna get up and start preparing breakfast.
All right. And this is where everyone else is woken up.
Morning,
Is
everyone.
Is Tabor okay?
No.
Tabor's...
No one should be okay after that.
Pretty sure he's dead.
Tabor is a little bit on the hungover side.
Okay.
Still under the blanket. Like, the screeching went off and it just kind of like became more of a ball.
I'm gonna go over to the ball and pat him down with all of my arms. Tabor!
Loud, quiet, inside voices.
I'm not being particularly loud.
Inside voices, inside voices.
I'm just gonna thaumaturgy Chang's voice down for him.
That's nice.
It's time to get up, Tabor.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Why?
Nope. Ask the mean owl.
Ask the witch owl.
Ask the owl. Ask the
mean-
owl with the
The
drugs.
owl? Owl with the drugs. That hardly narrows it down for me.
Shari just puts her head in her hand
Shall
and
we?
raises her other hand.
Sorry.
Yes.
What did you do to my other feathered friend? My feathered friend?
My good time boy.
My
I
good
didn't
time boy.
He's
sweet
my best
cheesy-
friend. He's my pal. He's my
I
rotten
didn't
soldier. My sweet
do
sweet
anything to
cheese.
him. I gave him something that might help him relax a little bit, but I forgot instructions.
What did you give
I pull
He
out a
ate-
shroom.
He ate an entire shroom.
Yeah.
Dad.
You seemed a bit distressed.
No.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
T.
of course he's stressed, but that's not going to make it any better.
Sometimes it does.
No.
Tavor, I'm sorry I forgot to tell you tiny bites.
Thanks for letting me
And
know.
I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration.
Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better.
I'm so sorry.
Oh
No.
Yeah. Who had to look after that as well?
I'm sorry, Caitlin.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
However, maybe just don't give strangers drugs.
That's a good idea.
Especially little guys.
Again, I'm taller than you.
Not so
by
little.
a
That's
lot.
not what I'm talking about.
That's kind of why I gave him the thing.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yes.
breakfast, anyone?
Sure.
I've got the smorgasbord set out.
Okay.
I mean, as best we can with rations. While we're having breakfast, Galen, I know I've showed you this before, but I haven't brought this up to the rest of the group. Has anybody seen any amulets or any symbols that look like this? And she's gonna cast Minor Illusion, a big version of it in the middle of the table, just kind of floating above, a version of her mother's amulet. I've been
Anyone
having.
want?
Good.
No, go ahead. Continue.
I've been having dreams of memories from a long time ago. From the night that I became wind touched. And I learned that that wizard tower that we found, that mage is somehow connected to my mother. Because I also had a vision of them fleeing that tower for the last time. And they were wearing the same amulet. And I had that same dream tonight. I'm desperate for any clues or leads. I found nothing yet.
Is it familiar to any of us? DM?
Chonga, no. I would say if anyone, maybe Gwen or Galen can roll history with disadvantage to see if you recognize the amulet itself.
Oh dear. 15?
25.
With
Off of a.
Yeah, I rolled a 17 and a 15.
Nice. Gwen doesn't seem very familiar. Galen, you can see some similarity in the. It kind of has a little bit of the same sort of motifs as you find on the Corvus Ex Necronomicon. From what you've heard of it. It's a spider pendant, though, correct? I'm trying to remember how. I literally just closed my book.
I believe it is a spider motif. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. While
I do have it somewhere here.
Corvum has a very clear crow skull on it. But for some reason, your mind knows to link those two items as having belonged to the same person. That makes sense.
I don't recognize it.
I don't think anyone would.
Tell you what, dear. This evening,
Yes.
before we go to bed, perhaps I can use my divination magic to sort of pour through your memories of that dream and see if we can't highlight some details, dear. Would that be alright?
I'd like that. Yeah.
I don't want to cause you any harm, so if it would be too much, just let me know. Okay. I don't want to do it right now, though, just in case.
No.
Come across some baddies along the way.
Yeah, this is an evening trauma type of thing. I just I bring it up this morning only because I had that dream again.
Of course, dear, of course. I'm happy to help you any way I can, dear. Alright. Anyone else need anything? I believe we are out of bacon.
I can make the jerky taste like bacon. Yes, prestidigitation.
Favor, would you like some bacon jerky?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Trevor would like some bacon jerky.
I'll make his extra potent bacony.
Lovely.
After your breakfasts, the nest charm begins to slowly lower as you are all deposited on the ground.
And the horses are hopefully alright.
Yeah, how are the horses?
Oh, they're fine. They're fine. They have been up in the air all night. They've figured it out.
Well, what have you to wake up to? Shall we on?
Shall.
So you all begin to head out on the roads, continuing to push your cart further west towards the Scorched Grove. After a couple hours, you do come across a river.
How much do you? How much would we say the cart weighs? So I have an idea for this. If it's 500, I can do it alone. If it's 1,000, Gwen and I think can do this.
There's also the horses.
No, just the cart. The horses can swim. I mean, they can be helped, but this is to get the cart across.
I have a sinking suspicion that this is going to be like when we were all trying to get over the canyon.
800 kilograms.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay. Is that under 1,000? Let's see. Because, of course, the spell is in pounds. Damn it. Okay, no, that's not going to work. No floating diskies. Oh, wait, you said that also includes the horses, though, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Oh! I actually can do
Two
this.
horses can
Hang on.
pull two horses can pull up to 12,000 pounds.
Okay.
If you consider that. So
Control
the carts
water.
typically.
Damn.
Okay. Okay, so I have that one if possible. I got water spells. Nope, not that one. And definitely with cantrip. Okay, so the big one. Where is it? Control water. Can I freeze it or?
It's not terribly wide. It's actually technically it's considered Upper West Stream, but it's not. It's thicker than it's wider and faster than you would expect of a stream.
Okay.
And where
So-
you guys are, yeah, I'll say you're able to go towards an area that's a little bit thinner.
It doesn't matter. I got it. I'm just gonna cast Control Water, a 4th level spell, and park the water.
Okay. You
I
are
can-
all able to make your way across. Now it's pretty rocky at the bottom, but you're able to clear it enough to get across with your horses. And
Oh
you
my,
are past
Sherry.
that obstacle.
It's very impressive.
Well, thank you. It's that studying I did at the academy.
Oh, very, very good. Very good.
Kind of a waterbender now.
I don't get the reference, but it's hilarious anyway.
But yeah, that's the big obstacle for day 2. Day 3, unless you guys have anything you want to do that evening, you wanted to go over the dreams.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'm not going to add any special things because there's going to be more stuff when you get into Scorch Grove itself.
Mhm.
So
Spoiler.
if you guys want to just like over the next 4 days of your travel want to tell me something that you want to do, we'll just get to the Scorch Grove and end there for the evening.
Okay.
So anything you want to do over these next 4 days?
Do the thing with Gwen about my dreams. See if I can pull up any new details.
Okay. Gwen, what exactly are you doing?
Well, dear, it's a little bit like Reiki, acupressure, and a hint of cult magic. No, I'm kidding. It's the spell combination of. Hold on, let me see, dear. It's encode thoughts while detecting thoughts and a little bit of druidcraft to create the ambiance of the dream in a way that we can all experience it. My dear.
I also have a channel divinity about reading thoughts that maybe I could help spin into that to help broadcast them instead.
We're gonna read this again. You ready for that, Shari?
Okay.
We're gonna have to read through the dream sequence.
Oh,
I'm within hearing range, so if you need an answer from me, I can answer, but I will be right back, and I'm gonna mute myself. Just pretend that I'm in the trance.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy.
We're gonna jump straight to. It starts out as a peaceful night. You lie in your bed in a home that is no longer yours. Rain pattering on the window while you sleep, the sound of your parents talking in the other room. The lightning crack outside is bright enough to light up the room, and yet you see your younger self still asleep on the bed. The storm has grown immensely. Voices in the other room have changed, more urgent, distressed. Fighting with something unknown. There's a glowing from under the door, a crackling and heat. You hear them shouting for you. The small figure on the bed does stir. Showery! A figure bursts in the door. You can't see her face, but she scoops up your small form. You can almost smell her perfume and see her amulet hanging from her neck. She throws the window open, revealing smoke pouring from the roof of the treehouse. She dangles your young form from the window, extending to the ground as far as she can. Be safe. The last words you hear before watching the lightning descend on you both. That is the dream as you remember it.
Quick question. Am I conscious during this ritual, or am I dreaming during this ritual?
This would have to take place while you're dreaming it.
Okay.
But it's frequent enough that it's easy enough for you to do.
I was just going to say something out loud. Okay. I think at that time, since this is probably more intense of a dream, more vivid, since that's exactly what we're trying to do, that Shari's going to wake up crying. And I don't know how loud I want this to be. And you can hear her say, "Mommy." And she just sits there crying.
Gwen comforts her. We get in text message.
Yeah. It's all the same. It's all the same. She just sits and cries for a while. Angry that she's at a dead end. Of course, sad about the tree. She'll eventually get up and kind of go away from the group and lay down and go to sleep.
Okay.
But now everybody else has seen it.
That was enough of a moment that Gwen was able to get you guys awake. So you guys were awake to know and see the encode thought. So now you have seen Showery's childhood moment, the defining moment in her life that took away her home, her family.
Set her on the path that she's on today. It's probably... Oh boy.
Want some tea? Make some tea.
Maybe
I'm sure Gwen and Changa can both make her some brilliant tea.
Maybe if we have any little crackers or biscuits with us. Like
Sure we do.
Press some edible flowers into it, make it a little thing. Yeah.
She appreciates the gesture.
Give a little plate. I'll have some tea. There's a more minty blend, but we also got you a one with some hibiscus in it, with a little bit of honey and vanilla notes in there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Changa's she's gonna like snuggle up next to Showery and like use one of her wings as like a shield. She can't bend it that much, so she's just gonna kind of whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Already puts her arm around her. Snuggles up.
My heart.
After this evening concludes, you're able to gather things up for the next day and make the rest of the trip towards the Scorched Grove. There is a clear moment as you're leaving the edge of the Humblewood forest where nothing more seems to grow. A lingering ash covers the ground, burnt char everywhere, and the remnants of an old town, not that long burned, is where you come out of the woods in Ashbarrow. The town just north of Meadowfen, the town that brought this original group towards the Elder Heart in the first place. The remnants of what was once people's home, not even that long ago. And you push on through Ashbarrow towards the Scorched Grove, towards whatever is to meet you there. And that is where we will call it a night. I can't always leave it cheery, y'all. Sometimes
No.
it's gotta be dark.
We need those emotions.
Goodness.
Welcome to Showery's Nightmare.
Oh, goodness.
I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, I had a lot of fucking fun.
Yes.
I hope anyone who decided to watch this tonight or decides to watch this on YouTube later ends up having fun. We'll see you in a couple weeks' time. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, y'all.